Ooh, ooh. Hello, and welcome back to Reclaim Within. Today, I am going to speak from my heart about something that I've lived with, wrestled with, cried over, grown through, and come to know as such a deep, solid truth in my bones. True transformation is not a singular moment of awakening. It's not something that we just simply stumble upon like magic. It's not a quick fix or a single breakthrough or a ceremony that changes everything forever. It's a devotion. Transformation is a daily practice, a quiet, brave commitment to becoming. I like to tell our kids all of the time, life is for growing. We are either choosing to repeat or we are choosing to evolve. Life evolves. End of story. If you go out into the natural world and you just bear witness to nature, everything is changing all of the time. It is a complete delusion to think that anything is supposed to stay the same ever. One of my teachers once told me, actually, to be fair, one of my teachers has told me multiple times, over and over again, if you are trying to stay the same, that's the path of death. I'll say it again. If you are trying to stay the same, that's the path of death. I don't know if it hit you as much as it hit me, but it really, that's palpable. It's a palpable statement, I think, because life, real, living, sacred life requires transformation. So when we are truly on the path, that's when we're not waiting for a perfect moment or a grand sign. Synchronicities are awesome, I will say. They really are amazing. But true transformation is not like, I'm going to just sit here and wait for out there to tell me that I can transform in here. True transformation is waking up each day and making choices that reflect your devotion to who you are becoming, to who you want to be in this world. There is this myth or illusion in our culture that I've witnessed over and over and over again that transformation is instantaneous, that one breathwork journey or one ceremonial experience, one big realization, one great therapy breakthrough will somehow mean that we are fixed, that we are done, that the work is done, we did it, I had the revelation, I went and I checked that off my list, I went to 3 coaching sessions, we did it for a month, oh, we feel okay now, and somehow that's it. Transformation is absolutely not a lightning strike. There might be a shock that initiates the transformation, that births it. True transformation is more like a fire that we need to tend to over time. And if we do not tend to that fire, it will eventually go out. So yes, moments of true clarity and awakening are beautiful and they're very real and they very much matter. The real work, it begins actually after the initiation or after the insight. It actually begins when the initial fire starts to fade and you're left with the invitation to integrate. That's when we are pushed out of our comfort zones. Will we return back to our old patterns? Or are we going to anchor that insight, that initiation that we've lived through, that shock, and we're going to integrate that, anchor it into our everyday life? True transformation is found in the quiet moment when you're tired or hurting and you still choose to align to your truth, to that transformation that you are committed to. When you are aligned to who you are becoming, it's actually how you respond when fear whispers, when the judgment comes back up, how you respond to that or how you repair. That's where the transformation is. The little things are the big things. Truly, in transformation, the little things are the big things. It's the moment when the old pattern wants comfort that you step in and you initiate the change. You lean into the shift. To reclaim within means that we are here to take radical responsibility for who we each are becoming. It means understanding that every choice that each of us make shapes our reality. It shapes the world that we are living in, that we are witnessing. You start off your day and you spill coffee on your shirt. How do you respond to that? Do you let it ruin your day? Do you go upstairs and change and you grovel about it and now the whole day is ruined? Do you laugh? Do you just shrug it off and put a new shirt on? How do you respond to your experiences that you're having in your everyday life, every single day? How do you shape your reality every single moment of every single day? This is absolutely not about perfectionism. It's about allowing for our humanity to exist, which means that we are going to falter at times. And it's not about that. It's actually about how devoted are you to true transformation, to being devoted to life. Life is constantly growing and evolving. Devotion looks like returning to yourself after a spiral, after a fall, after a fight, returning back to yourself, taking accountability for your part in your experience and then adjusting accordingly. It looks like catching the pattern and just choosing differently or walking with integrity, even when no one's watching, especially when no one's watching. I'll give you some examples from my own life. Transformation for me has been choosing to move my body when I'd rather stay stagnant, choosing to speak my truth instead of avoiding confrontation, choosing to nourish myself over numbing, choosing to orient to holding presence over distraction in my moment-to-moment experience of my life, and choosing to believe in my own divinity, my own connection to heaven on earth, even when the self-doubt and the voice of fear is loud inside of me. Each and every one of these choices might in the moment seem very small. However, they are the sacred moments. They're the threads that weave the tapestry of transformation in our lives. And all of these micro moments are where the transformation truly gets threaded in to our becoming. For us to lean into trusting life more, to transform as a part of the journey, a part of the experience of life. And here is the thing of it all. Nobody can do this work for you. Yes, you can be supported. You can be inspired by others. You can be deeply held or challenged by teachers, mentors, guides, or your community. But ultimately, you actually must be the one who rises. You must be the one who says, I choose this path. I choose to orient towards life. I choose to allow myself to constantly be on this journey of transformation, evolution, in this life. And it's not even just about your life. When you actually step into reclaiming within, you are shifting patterns in your lineage. You are shifting patterns for the ones who are all around you. You're shifting patterns for your community. You create new possibilities for anyone who comes after you in your lineage, but also in your culture, in your society. You become a living testament of what is actually possible when we connect with our soul and remind ourselves of how powerful and divine we truly are, of how sacred we are. When you remember the sacredness. So let's wrap this up. True transformation is not something you go out and find. It is not something that happens in an instant. It is actually something that already is alive inside of you, waiting for your commitment, your presence, and your willingness to say yes again and again, to be disciplined, and your connection with growth. This path will ask you for your devotion and for your courage to rise after each and every fall. And Lord knows, I've actually been in a season recently where it feels like I am falling so much more than I am rising. And even in that, how do we meet life with reverence and trust that this initiation, however big, however small, is actually happening for you, for your evolution, for your growth? And can you take radical responsibility for your life and thank your soul, thank the Creator for both the lessons and the blessings? And you don't need permission. You don't need a perfect moment. You don't need the perfect teacher. The sacred is already right here. It's in your breath. It's in your body. It's in the decision that you make right now and right now. So let this land. You are the one. You are the key. You are the keeper of your own becoming. May you meet yourself each and every day with the quiet courage to choose your path, to stay with the process, no matter how arduous, no matter how unraveling, and to trust the slow and beautiful unfolding of your becoming, which is to be on the path of true transformation. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me and for reclaiming within alongside me. If you would like to work with me, just reach out. I'm on Substack, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube. I am all over the place. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please either leave me a review or share with a friend. I am so honored to be on this path of reclaiming within, of true transformation, of the daily devotion to becoming more of your wholeness, who you truly are, and remembering the sacredness.